Hey everyone, Leslie here from Balanced Body Studio, and I am here with an amazing client who just finished her 6-week program last week, Intro to Nutrition program. This is Chan, and Chan is here to talk about her experience, what went well, what she liked about it, and kind of what our plans are moving forward. So, Chan, first of all, thank you for doing this and providing your testimonial, because I know you had quite the adventure over the last
Yeah.
few weeks. So what would you say are maybe the top one or two things that you learned from the program?
I want to say a couple things that I learned from the program is just how different foods react in your body. I think that was a big takeaway for me because once I was like more into the program, like a couple weeks in, it was like really um testing out what works, what doesn't work. So that was kind of surprising to me.
Mhm.
Um, and then another thing too, I just find like the mindset of it all. I think, we go into our day to day thinking, we have to eat early in the morning, coffee and carbs and this and that. And it's like just taking a step back and like you said from the start, like going back to the basics of even just lemon water and some Himalayan salt, which like, or even bone broth. I think that was another takeaway for me was bone broth, like that healing your gut. Like, I mean, I've seen such a big difference. And it's funny because I started doing the juice cleanse with my husband
Yeah,
and he could not follow through with the
I
bone broth
remember that.
and from the juice cleanse from then and I just continued the bone broth and it's been great. I take it everywhere with me if I ever need to like break my fast, which like leads me to intermittent fasting. I loved that, learning about that and seeing how, mindset wise and how far my body can go with intermittent fasting.
Awesome. So yeah, you talked a little bit about you've seen some differences. What are kind of your big results that you got out of this for you?
Well, as of today, I lost 12 pounds. So
Great.
just with diet and I mean, no strength training, but more of like nature walks, making sure I get my steps in daily. So I stayed on top of that in terms of physical activity, but just in terms of switching what I'm eating, how I'm eating it, I lost 12 pounds. And that was a big, huge other takeaway that food, just diet can change your body so much. So that, and then also bloating, like to see what certain foods again react to my body and like what causes bloating for me, what doesn't cause bloating, like that was just to see like knowing okay, even if it was on the menu or in the within my week, like if I was to have that and to see like wow, this causes bloating but it's still healthy but it still causes me to bloat, like that was I was like oh wow, like I wouldn't have never thought of that, right? So yeah.
Yeah, that's like a huge part of the program. It's not just, you know, figuring out how to take out those things that cause inflammation and bloating, but what are the healthy, quote unquote, healthy foods that still can cause problems, right? Because before, when you're eating a mix of different things, you always attribute it to like, oh, it was because I had that cookie, or it's because I had
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
else that is known to not,
exactly.
be good. So
Mhm.
that's a huge takeaway. And I'm glad you said that because that's one of the big things I want people to get out of this experience is to kind of figure out what healthy foods, quote unquote, that don't work for you, because not every food is going to work with everybody.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what are your kind of thoughts now, moving forward? Like what are your focuses? What are your goals now?
So I've kind of told myself I don't want to go back to my regular habits. I mean, just to see that within the 6 weeks, how much has changed for my body and my reactions and even my mindset. Like, I want to continue that. So, even if it's like the little things of like lemon water, breaking my fast with bone broth, or even continuing intermittent fasting in a healthy way, like, I definitely want to continue that. Um, and then also focus on certain diets that I really liked during this process. So I was telling you before, like the vegetable diet, it was quite hard.
Mhm.
However, I was very surprised of all the nutrients and even protein that you can get from vegetables. That was great. Would I do it as a lifestyle? Probably not, but I loved the carnivore diet where like all, healthy fats, proteins, like that was really great for me. And I think understanding and appreciating certain healthy complex carbs that I need to understand that this is good for your body. I don't necessarily only need protein to be healthy. Like, I think I just need to get that stigma out of my head, like carbs are bad, because
Yeah. And
they're
you remember
not.
that. Yeah, for sure. And because again, part of the program is every week, the whole idea is I want you guys to try different styles of eating to see what
Yeah,
does work for you, right? And what you felt
exactly.
good on. That was the whole point. And, you know, just kind of to interlude into the next, you know, what we're going to be doing next. I'm glad you said that thing about the carbs, because the next step for us, what we've talked about is, okay, now let's take this to the next level where, you know, now how are we going to get even deeper with the different types of fasting, metabolic switching that needs to happen for women for them to be hormonally balanced and happy, because you can't just stick with one energy system, which is what the carnivore style of eating is. It's you're catering more to the ketosis, but our certain hormones during, because we fluctuate,
Yeah.
need those complex carbs during certain times of the month. And that's kind of the next level for us, is what, you know, let's get deeper into that, because I hope you don't mind if I share this, but I know one of your goals was, you know, to start a family in the next year or two. And what people
Yeah.
don't understand is there are so many 20 and 30-year-olds out there now that are having such a difficult time.
Hmm.
Does have to do a lot with the food, and
Right.
starving themselves in a sense of not eating the proper foods to support all their hormones properly that they need to reproduce, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. I am excited for the next steps, because I don't, like I said, I don't want to just end here at the 6 weeks. Like, I want to learn more about nutrition, more about like physical activity and how we can like correlate that together and get to my physical body goals, as well as like a healthy gut at the same time.
right. Awesome. Yeah, that was a huge one of your number one goal, was why you came to me, was for your gut. You had all
Yeah.
these symptoms that we were experiencing. Would you say like they're pretty much all gone, or kind of where's your status?
Actually, yeah, no, I feel like they're all gone. I don't have any bloating. I don't, it's really been a big sun and moon difference. Like, I can go on with the whole list, but like, let's just say I feel great.
And that,
I can see it in my body too. Like, even my husband said that, like, I actually had something to eat yesterday, and I was looking at myself and I was like, wow, like I look bloated. And my husband's like, yeah, actually, like, I can tell a difference now when you look bloated and not bloated.
right.
And I was like, that's a flippin' accomplishment. So I'll take it, you
Yeah.
know?
No, you like, yeah, and I've been saying this to you through the whole time. Like, I know there were some times you were hard on yourself, but this is a process, right? It's not going to happen overnight. But it did give you a good solid
Yeah.
foundation, and now
Yeah.
you have momentum. And now we just got to keep building on that momentum to keep
Yeah.
creating that healthy lifestyle that you're gonna keep going with forever, hopefully, is the goal.
I agree. I do want to try to stick to this as a lifestyle, because I think that's more realistic. It's more, it's better than just like, oh, it's just a phase in my life. No, I want it to stick, for it to be a lifestyle.
Absolutely. I love that. And that's what I want to hear at the end of these 6 weeks. It's like, okay, thanks. Now I'm going to go back to my original. No,
Yeah.
this is a lifestyle. And, you know, I say that from the beginning. So, anyways, thank you so much for your thoughts. And I know, there's a lot more to learn, and I'm excited to teach you. And I know you're a sponge for wanting to learn new things. So those are the type of clients that I love to work with. So thanks again for
Awesome.
participating in the
Thank
program.
you.
And,
Of
yeah,
course.
so on to the next
All
step.
right. Yeah.
All right, Leslie from Balanced Bodies signing out here. If you have any questions about the program, please reach out. Like I kind of hinted before, there is a next level kind of morphing of a program that I'm doing because of the new certifications I'm taking over the next 6 weeks. So I'm excited to share that with you. But if you have any questions, I'll put my QR code here, and you can go to the opt-in box there, and you can give me your email, and then it'll make sure you'll get all of the emails with all the information for the program upcoming. All right, guys, thank you.